Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing well. So this is our Shabby Saturday. I was going to do a fun Friday and work on our grungy, Shabby Grungy journal without digitals. But I kind of looked out there and it looked like we were kind of losing a little interest in the whole process, which usually happens in these series things. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and work on this and get the pages ready to get sewn in, and we'll do that today, and that'll probably be the finish, because from that point on it's really just decorating the way that you want to decorate it. And I'll show you the finished product because we've already done some decorating, and I'm going to show you some of the things I'm going to do on some of the pages today and the kind of pages I'm picking out to do this. Okay, so anyway, last time we went ahead and put all of our little pockets and things in that we wanted to do. If you haven't been watching the series, this is about making a journal without using digitals, and we are on, I think, number 6. Okay, so go back in my playlist if you want to see how we made it and did all the pockets and did all that kind of stuff, and even some tags that we did. Okay, so anyway, I decided that I really want to do 2 signatures in the journal, approximately around 10, maybe 12 pages each, somewhere in there. And I'm not going to use all of these pages. I've picked out some, and I don't know for sure. I want to use, these are some pages that I coffee dyed from scrapbook paper, and I really like how they look. This is that on that side. They look nice and kind of shabby grungy. And I kind of want to pick out some papers to put in each signature. Let's see, I have, this is basically just kind of, this came in a box of shoes, and I like this. It's kind of a tissue paper but a little bit heavier, and it's been crumpled up, so I kind of like that. I've got this kind of pink paper that I thought, and these are kind of cut down all different kind of sizes to fit in there. They're not exactly they're not perfectly the same size or anything like that. So I'm going to kind of look through. I did want to show you some of the things that I've done. This is a Tim Holtz paper, and I went ahead and put this in my edge punch that I had, and I thought that looked really cool on that edge. This one I left, and I'm probably going to go ahead and ink this up and make that look a little grungy, but I'm going to pick out the papers I think I'm going to use first. Let me see. I'm just kind of skimming through this stack of papers that I pulled, and I cut them all to fit, so I don't know exactly. I have another Tim Holtz paper here, and I think I'll put that. I'm trying to get similar ones in each pile so that I know. Let's see here. I have an Edith Holden page. I'll put one there. Let's see if I have another one. I have another one I can put over there. Let's see here. I've got a music paper. Now this, all I did is take napkin and I decoupaged that on there. So this is a music page. I'm going to put it in that stack, and then I may move things around. I don't know that I want it in that order, but I'm trying to get similar things on similar pages. Let me see if I have another music page that I can put in the other stack. It's kind of how I do it. I just kind of divide things up that way. Let me move it down so you can kind of see better. And so I will just go through this stack and pick things out And let's see, I don't want that there. This is that other page. I'm going to divide them up similar things. Like this is some mulberry paper. I do want another music page though. Oh, here we go. Here's one. So here's another one that I put a napkin on and kind of distressed it. Looks a little bit grungy. I've got the 2 mulberry papers, so I'll put one on each pile. Do that. I have this other paper, so I may put more of that in there. I'm not sure yet. I'm only going to have to just see how many pages I end up in there with. Okay, this is an old receipt page. Let me see if I thought I had another one somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see here. So my goal in this is just to kind of put similar papers in each one. Oh, here's one right here. That's a smaller one, but that'll work. That's just a receipt. So a French receipt there. And let's see what this is. This is a paper. Okay, so this is a vellum. So I could put a vellum in this stack. And then maybe if I have another vellum. Not sure. Oh, here's one. And these are the Tim Holtz vellum paper pack. Okay. Now I have these pages, and these are some grungy pages that I just cut out, and I put some vellum behind it. So I have 2 of those. I have here 2. So I'm going to put that in each stack. Okay, so this is from a vintage kind of recipe book. So I'll put that in there. I love the patina of this paper, so I'm going to put that in that stack. So let's see here what else I have. Kind of just going through and seeing what I got. I've got several. Okay, so I have this is from another vintage book. So I'll put that in there, and I have another one somewhere. Here it is, right here. So I'll put that over there. I've got 2 more pieces of paper, a pink one and a green one. So I'll put one in each stack. So we have those. And it looks like I may have too many papers already. Let's see. I do have a few of these French pages. I really want more than that. So let's see here. All right, so let me look and see what I've got so far. These are the main pages in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I really don't want to have a lot more pages. I should have similar in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that seems weird. Okay, let me check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 and 12. So I really don't want to have more than 15 in each one because it is a small little journal. So let me see what else I have. I've got a couple of these pages. that I think I want to put in there. So that's 13. I've got the small French, that's 14. 14. Let's see what else I have. I've got, okay, so I made this. This is a little card. Let me see, I thought I had another one of those. Let me look and see what I have. I could swear I had another one. Yep, here we go. So I'll put that in there. That should be 15. And then I'll probably put a couple of other things in each one, not the same. Okay. So that gets us, I think, to 15. Let me see. This is just some wallpaper that I'm going to put in there. I don't have to have the same things in each one, for sure, and I don't want that exactly, but I do want to have similar types of paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I don't really count that. Okay, so we're probably going to have similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I don't really count that. Okay, so that's good. That's perfect. All right, so that is my 2 signatures, and I am going to be doing some things to these signatures. They are not in order of the way I'm going to put them in the journals yet. I will do that in short order. So basically what I do then is I kind of look through here and I decide what I want where. I don't want that there. So let's see here. And I just do it based on where I think it'll look good. I don't really have a plan. Put that in there maybe. And as far as different sizes and different spots, I like that too. So I'll put that maybe over there. I'll put that in the middle. And let's see here. Need something over there, so maybe I'll put that over there. Like that. Where do we want to put that little doily? I don't know. Maybe there. We'll see. Could go there. Could go there. I don't want white on white, so I'll put it right here. Okay, so anyway, that is kind of sort of how I will put it. I could change my mind, but that is kind of how I'm going to do one. All right. And I cut down my pages. I think I did it either 5 or 5 1/4 by 8 or 8 1/4. And that's how they'll fit in the journal. And pretty much, oh, I didn't do this one. This has to go in here somewhere. That's that. Maybe I'll just put it right here. Okay, so that's going to all go in there. And from that point on, I'll do this one the same. I'll go through. I probably don't want those too close to each other. I probably want that in a different spot. I could put that there, but I don't want that there. Probably don't want that there. Probably don't want that there. Yep, so I don't know exactly how I want it yet, but it's probably not how I want it. Let me see. I might put that there. I think that would look good. And then maybe that or this. This would look kind of good. Right? Who knows? And this is basically what I do, is I just kind of decide what looks good next to each other. Like, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe put that in the middle. Probably going to put that in the very middle. So maybe put that there. And then maybe that. Maybe that. And then I'm going to put this somewhere. That could go there. This needs to go somewhere. Let's see. This could go here. And then, let's see here, this can go maybe here. And then, oh, we haven't put this in yet. So that's a problem. Put that right here. And let's see, in the middle, I think I want this. And then this. Okay, so that is this one. So we have both of them. And I am going to decorate the pages a little bit, do some sewing on them. So they are going to go, let's see if maybe we have too many in there. Now I am going to leave some of them not decorated because I do want this to be more of a writing journal. Yeah, I think that'll be about right. It'll be stuffed. Once we put all of our stuff in there, it's going to be chunky, but I think that'll be good. All right, so now what I do is I take my two stacks here and I start looking at the pages and deciding if I want to decorate any of them. Okay, so let's see here. Like, I definitely could stamp on this one, on this side. So let's see, I have some stamps somewhere. And I don't need to decorate every page. I might just have, you know, like, maybe just some, something like here, like for instance, I might clip that to the page. And then to me, that's fine. Like, I could put that there. I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating, and I'm going to try and do things that aren't going to bulk it up too much because that's kind of my goal. If I can open the stamp thing. I have made a vow this year to try and use more of my stamps because I usually like it when I do it. And, you know, I just forget a lot of times to do it. So, okay, so I have this stamp and I think I'm going to put it on this side. I am going to put it on a block. So, and it's kind of a background stamp, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to kind of get a decent impression. And I'm going to use Vintage Photo because I don't want it super dark. I want it kind of light. And this is the first time I've used this stamp, so I don't know how good this impression is going to go down, but it's kind of my point. I want it to be on there. Maybe not perfect. I'm going to put a little bit more ink on that, I think. Anyway, let me get my little thing out. So I'm not necessarily looking for a perfect impression. I'm just kind of wanting it as a background, and I want it light enough to where you can actually write over it, and that's why I'm using this Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to kind of do that. All right, hopefully it did some impression on there. Oh, it turned out really good. Okay, so I like that. I think it turned out good. So that is going to go here. Feel good about that. And I want to put one on this one too, but it's going to be a different one because I don't want to put the same thing on both of them. Get a wipe. So I'm just going to go through pages and do a few things to decorate them. I don't think I'll be able to do all of them with you, but just to give you an idea. And then I will go ahead and sew them in, but I'm not going to do it on camera just because I've done it a ton of times. Just look in my playlist, you will see. And of course there's lots of other people that have done it, but I just wanted you to see the kind of things that you can do to make your Shabby Grungy journal work without digitals. How you can decorate it without digitals, guys, which is the point. Okay. All right, so it goes that way. Okay. So that is going to go on there. We'll put that up later. So now I'm going to try another background stamp that I have. And this one is a bird stamp. So, yep, here we go. And I do not know where I got these, guys. I got them on, well, I know where I got them. I got them on Amazon, but years ago. And I tried to find it, I couldn't. But I would just look on there for some background stamps, and you will find some similar, I promise you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same ink. That is on there really crooked. It's not kind of a broken look. It's a background stamp, so it kind of lends itself not to being perfect. So that's kind of the perfect kind of stamp to use for this. What's nice about the Vintage Photos, it's not super dark. So you can definitely use that. I don't think it's going on there real good, but we'll see. It's the first time I've used the stamp, so, which is kind of the issue, is I am trying to do more stuff like this because I forget there are so many ways to decorate a journal that do not require digitals, and I think we forget that. Okay. So now I'm going to use that on this page. Get it out there. So that is just going to go right here. And we're going to kind of just do that again. So anyway, oh, my camera's shaking again. Sorry guys. I don't know. I thought I resolved it, but I guess I'm not. But it's not doing it as bad as it used to, but I'm probably going to have to figure out a whole new camera setup. Alright. Okay, I think that turned out pretty good. That bird did not go down good, but that's alright. It's kind of a broken up look anyway. And I'll put that in there. Let's see here. Let's go through some other pages. Okay, so this is my Tim Holtz one. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off real quick. And I will probably stamp some more on not these same stamps, maybe with some other ones in other places. I just wanted to show you how you could add a little interest. I don't know where that top piece went to. It will show up eventually, I promise. Get that over here. Okay. What I want to do now is, this is one I already used a punch on this, and I'm not going to use one on this, I don't think. I could, but I just thought that was pretty the way it was. And so I kind of want to distress this a little bit. And I didn't distress all the pages, but I will go back in on a Shabby Grungy journal. I usually distress a lot of them. I don't do every single page, but I will do them. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a more grungy look to it. Like a lot of the vintage papers and stuff, I won't mess with that because they already look vintage, so because they are. And I'll come through and do that. And there we go. And then I will go ahead and distress it. Get my vintage photo out. Just do that. And that will really kind of grungy it up a little bit more. And you can certainly put more distress ink on parts of it if you want to. Like I like to do this part right here where it folds a lot of times. And doing that just really gives it a kind of a little bit, but you know, just a little bit more of a distressed look. Even though Tim Holtz paper is kind of already like that. So it kind of depends on how much Shabby Grungy you want. I kind of like a lot. Now, this journal is not as grungy as super grungy as you can make it. Got all little paper parts in there. Get that all off. So, let's see. I had that right here. So that can go there. See, that looks even grungier. And I'll probably put something here at some point. I've got that there. And let's see. I will probably add lace and trim and things like that. Okay, let's see here. This is the middle part. This is that other. This is the other scrapbook paper. And I'm probably going to go through and grungy these scrapbook papers up, even though they've been coffee dyed. And I probably want to add a little bit more to this. Let me see. Alright, so I'm going to grunge that up a little bit. Now, this is where I have to decide if I want to do anything else, because these papers are white on the inside, and even though I've coffee dyed them, they're still kind of plain. So at this point, I would decide, do I want to add something to this? Do I want to stamp on it? Do I want a collage on it? So I think on this one, let me move this over. And I'm going to take the middle one out of here. Okay, so I'm going to grungy that up too. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to do the same thing, and then I think I'm going to do some stenciling on that. So let's do that. And I'm not making them super ripped up, but I just want them to look a little bit older, a little bit grungier. And it may seem like it doesn't matter that much, but it does in the end. It adds to that whole look. So, and I will go through the entire thing and do that to pages that I think need it. Just because I do think it makes it look a little bit better. All right. So these are our pages, and they look pretty grungy already because they were coffee dyed. But I want to go ahead and do a little bit of stenciling on them. Let me go through, I'm going to look through my stencils. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. Good one. Good one. All right. Of course, I have big ones I can use too. Let's see here. I'm having a hard time getting it off of this thing. All right. Let me see what we have here. This would be a good one. I'll keep that out. Or you may do some other things with that. That one. All right, so let's go ahead and try and do just a few. Let's go ahead and do this. Now I have to decide, do I want to do a color? Do I want to do just do it, vintage? How do I want to do it? Let's see here. I think I am going to, gosh, I don't know. Just going to get a couple colors out. I don't want to do a ton. All right, let's see here. I've got Victorian Velvet, Dusty Concord, and Cracked Pistachio. So, and let me get my brushes down. Let's do some Cracked Pistachio first. So let's see here. Why don't I do, I'm just going to do a little bit right here. Get a little bit more on there. Okay. And the cool thing about doing this is that what it'll do is it'll add some color and some interest, and you can still write on it. Okay, so there's that. And maybe I'll put some over here on the top. Now realize this is going to be on two different sections of the journal, so it's not gonna, doesn't matter that they look good next to each other, because they're not gonna be next to each other. And so this will add some interest to this page. Again, without digitals. Okay, so that's how that page is going to look, and I think that's cool. So on this one, why don't we do something different? We will do, well, we can do this rose on here with this. We'll just use Victorian velvet. All right. So I am going to put that on there. And these brushes work really well for this. I love how they work. Okay. So that I think turned out really cool. I don't think I'm going to put, well, maybe I'll put a tiny bit down there. Just maybe right here. I'll put in this corner. I'll just put a little bit. But you can definitely write all over that, and you've still decorated your page on both sides. So let's do the other one. I don't want to do the same thing. I want to do something different. So let's see what we have. I like this. I might put it right there. And I want to do that. Let me do that, and might do that in my Dusty Concord. So I'm going to put that. Let me make sure that's the way I want it. Yeah. I'm going to go right here. All right, so that is that. I think that looks really cool. Now let's do something on this side. Should we pick another color out? Maybe we'll pick another color out. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's go with Worn Lipstick. How about that? I'll just use the pink for that. And I think I'm going to use this little flower. And let's see, what do I want to do? Do I do it on the edge? I think I'm going to do it kind of on the edge. So let's do that right here. Alright, so we've got some flowers there. I kind of don't like that line there, so I'm going to add a few right here to kind of break it up a little bit and just have them stop. Okay, and then I'm going to put a few more up here, maybe at an angle. That might work good. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe just a couple more up here so that it's kind of going around the page. Right? And then a few more right there. I like that. Alright, so I love that. See, that just kind of goes all the way around the page. Love it. Okay, so that gave us some interest with just doing a little bit of stenciling. And I'm going to do some other stenciling. Let me move these out. Okay, so let's leave that out for a minute, and I'll put these up. We won't be using them. So I want to go ahead and let's look at our pages again. This went in, I don't know which one went where. Let's put that right here. So that went there. And this one went in the other one. So that'll go right there. All right, so now I'm going to go through, oh, and I have this page too that I haven't done anything to. This was our other Tim Holtz paper, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of mess that up. And I did go around and I did use my punch to go all the way around that to give it some interest. And that was just a regular, so I'll show you. That's another thing, you know, it gets you using things that you haven't used in a while. So some of these punches, these were EK Success punches, and I used this one on the other one. And so I used that. And then I just want to kind of, even though it's Tim Holtz paper and it's kind of grungy, you still want to grunge it up a little bit. And you can do this with your scissors too. You don't necessarily need to have a distressing tool. And sometimes I do it with my scissors just because it will rip it a little bit. And I'm going to get a little bit of ink on there. So I do that, and I will go through and do it to other papers too. I just want to show you that it does make a huge difference on making it look grungy. Alright, so I'll go through and just do that. Add some more to it. You know, and I will probably add, you know, things to the inside of these pages because they're pretty plain. But, alright, so what I was looking for, let me move these to the side. Move that out of the way. What I was looking for here is I kind of want to add just some texture paste to these pages. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, clip it so I know where it goes and move it over. Should have another one here so I can clip that. I know where that goes. So probably what I want to do is add a little bit of texture paste. Let me see which one I want to use. This is just some matte texture paste that I have. I'm trying to use up this jar before it goes completely bad. Probably need to add a little water to it because it's getting kind of thick. So let's see here. Yep. It is getting thick. I gotta use this up before it goes completely bad. I've had it for a while. So I'm just kind of adding water to it to get it kind of a little bit thicker. I mean thinner. Here, add a little bit more. And mix it up. If you catch it before it goes completely dry, you can usually reconstitute it somewhat. But if it goes completely dry, and I do use my press and seal on it, but you have to use it pretty quick, so it's not something you can leave sitting around for too long. I might have put too much water in it now. Let me use a different thing to mix it up. I've got a little, thing here. Let me use that. That'll work better because it's smaller. But anyway, I like to add a little texture paste in there, and then it gives it more interest. You can use crackle, you can use gesso if you don't want it to have as much texture. I mean, I just want it to have a little bit more, just a little bit more texture to it. I know people have used spackle. Anyway, so there we go. Now I have this, but I'm just saying if you don't use it regularly, it will go dry up. And like I said, if you catch it before it all the way dries, then you can add water to it and reconstitute it. But if it dries all the way, it's no good. You can't do anything to it. Yeah, that helped. And I kind of try and go through and check all my stuff every once in a while and add water and mix it and do that stuff for that reason. And I do keep press and seal on it too, but I mean, they're not going to last forever. So, okay, so I think what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this little tiny rose pattern and I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's do I want to do it up here and then down? Let me do it down here. I'm just going to do this bottom portion and see how that looks. All right, so that looks there. That turned out good. And I might have made it a little bit too watery, but it'll be all right. I don't know if I'm going to put another, maybe I'll put a tiny bit on top. I don't know. Let me see right here. Okay. I'm going to do that. I don't know if I want to go all the way across. I went a little bit further than I wanted it to. Okay, that's good. All right, so I'm gonna, let's see if I want to put some on the other side. Oh, I don't have my little tray of water here. That's not good. Wipe this off. I usually always have a tray of water when I do this because you do not want to leave texture paste on your stencils. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if I think I'm not going to put anything on the other side. I'm just going to leave it. So I'm going to leave that dry. But I am going to do this other one. And I will put, let's see. I think I'm going to use this. I'll use this fleur-de-lis thing here. Not fleur-de-lis, but this, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. Fleur something. Yeah, it's starting to thicken up a lot. So here we go. All right. And I just want to kind of go right here in the corner. Kind of come down a little bit. And do that. And I don't care if it's perfect or not. There we go. That's good. And I'm going to do the other side on this one. I'm going to do right up here. Let's see, maybe right here. That would be good. And I try not to do it perfect, like right to the edge, because then it shows like a line. And I don't usually want a line. All right. Oh yeah, that turned out really nice. So I will let those dry naturally, and then I will come back and put them in my journal. So that's another thing that I will do. So, you know, there's just a lot of different things that you can do to decorate. Now I will do a lot of things like adding pockets and things like that. And the kind of thing that I will use is like old postcards, or I will use things like maybe pieces of lace or trim or things like that. I think that makes it look super shabby, and I will sew those. I'm not going to have time to do all those with you, but just to give you an idea. And then I will do things like maybe sew an envelope on there, or just all different kinds of fun things. And you can see you have lots of places you can add things. Like I certainly probably will add something to here. I will add maybe something here. You know, there's just a multitude of things that you can do. I'll add laces and trims to the edges. Like I likely will add something here. This page here that has nothing on it, I will probably put something on here. I could do some more stenciling. You know, I don't know. Let's see here. You could do something like this. This is just to make a page look old. You could put that, you know, the rings on it. I'm trying to think of what other things that we could stencil on there that would be fun. Let's see here. So many things, guys. You know, we could just take this and add a little bit more stenciling to it. I don't know what other color. Let's try this. We could just add, you know, just a little bit here and there, and that adds interest to the page. Right? I mean, it's not adding a lot, but it adds a little bit. Let's see, maybe put a little bit more right here. And you're not doing a lot, but you're doing enough to where it gives it a little bit of extra interest. Here, I think I want a tiny bit more right up here, because I don't like it being just cutting off right there. So, I mean, it doesn't take a lot to add some interest. You can cut up napkins and decoupage. You can do a little bit of collaging different places. So anyway, that's probably all I'm going to do with this journal, and then I will show you the flip through probably early next week. I don't know when. I'm hoping by Wednesday. And I just wanted to talk about picking out pages, what type of pages that I would put in there, and some different things that you can do to decorate the pages and make them interesting. And we already did a little bit of making some ephemera and things to put in it. Of course, I'll put a lot more. I'll put things I've already made. But anyway, that's kind of the Shabby Grungy idea, and that will make our little journal. I'm hoping that this was fun for everybody. I just wanted you to see there are lots and lots of things that you can do to decorate a journal, you know, and just to give you an idea. This, I mean, I've already put some things in this, But like here I have some Tim Holtz stuff. I have some things I've already made. So you can definitely do this and have a really, I think, a nice journal and not even use one single digital, guys. It's very possible. I've done it many times. It's actually kind of fun to do it that way. And I know a lot of you people out there, I know you do, have scrapbook paper lying around that you haven't used, and you can always kind of grungy it up. I mean, I don't know that this was necessarily something that you would think of. And like I said, this is not super grungy, but the coffee dyeing it just brings it to a level, you know, that I think as we use, and then you can always add things to it like we did here, you know, in stamping or stenciling. I think I'm going to stencil on that. And so anyway, that's just an idea of some of the things you can do, the kind of papers you can pick out that are not digitals. And that will be it all we're going to do with this for now. And then I will show you the finished product. I think that's probably the best thing to do at this point, because it would really take a lot to show you all of the different things that I do to, you know, different kinds of things that you do for a journal, because there's a whole lot of them. So anyways, I don't know what I think I'm doing a Tim Holtz Tuesday, and I probably will do a flip through of this finished on Wednesday, and I'm probably going to do a Thrifty Thursday, but then I don't know what else, if I'll do anything other than that next week. Not positive, guys, but I really appreciate you joining me, especially all of you that stuck out this whole series, because I know that this kind of thing, people lose interest after about the second one. So I appreciate you hanging in there. And if any of you have done your a journal without digitals and you want to show us on my Facebook page, it's Rehatch Designs Tina Williams. Just hop on there and I'd love to see it. So okay guys, you take care, and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye.